Prepare for battle.
Alright guys, so if you ever wanted to know how to get a Blink Dagger on Enigma in 7 minutes and wreck the other team with your Black Hole Blink combo, this is the perfect guide to do it. All you need to do to start out with is just grab a Ring of Basilus and then 2 Clarities, and really what you do at the beginning of the game, whether it go for Rune or eat one of the mid lane creeps for your Eidolons or whatever, doesn't really matter as long as you get to the creeps camps at the 30-second mark and start jungling right then.
Thanks.
It's in the bag.
The battle begins.
Stupendous!
In this game I elected to go try to get Rune, but we didn't have any issues, so I could have went and grabbed a creep from mid, but that's just the choices you gotta make.
Lovely!
So now I'm just making my way over to the bottom creep camp to start farming it up at the 30-second mark. The main thing you want to focus on is keeping your creeps from dying, or your Eidolons, sorry, from dying. If you can keep them alive until they duplicate, it'll be a huge advantage, and it'll really speed up your farming. Just basically go from camp to camp. There's not really any camps you can't really handle at the beginning of the game as long as you have the Ring of Basilus. Some make it harder than others, but for the most part it's not too bad. And then while you're farming the jungle, you always want to make sure that you're paying attention to the map around you. You don't want to get ganked, but you also want to try to focus on ganking for the other lanes if there's an opportunity. Don't just tunnel vision yourself into the jungle and then be useless to your team in the first 7 minutes. And typically if I'm playing in a game with just by myself and I don't know any other people, I like to let them know that I won't be buying wards or any of that for the first 7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes. It's just so they have a heads up and they're not getting mad at me for whatever reasons. So right here I noticed that my Storm Spirit was getting ganked mid lane, and I just happened to be right here, so I popped in and stunned him, and we actually ended up getting the kill right here. And that's the kind of stuff you just want to pay attention to, because that was a real quick, easy thing, and it swung the lane pretty well in our Storm Spirit's favor. And then it's just right back into the jungle to keep on that farm. I did notice that the Storm got jumped again here, but I was too far away to be any help. And luckily he gets the kill on his own anyways. And now he's just well ahead in the mid lane. And what's nice too is if you get those helps in lane and get some ganks early, it just speeds up the process of getting blinked that much more. You probably will need to make a trip over to base again to grab another clarity and rejuvenate your mana. Unless you get lucky and grab a regen rune and the mid doesn't want it or someone else doesn't want it. But chances are you'll have to make a trip back to base. Not the biggest setback, but it does slow it down a little bit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I did screw up there and let one of my Eidolons die. It's not as big of a mistake later, but it was still a mistake nonetheless.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Makes it really easy too if you play with Enigma to have your Eidolons on a control group from their own self, so you can control them separately really easily aside from yourself. It just makes it a lot more convenient instead of doing the drag across the screen, select all type of thing. I didn't notice that one doubled, and I just left one there by itself. I'm just checking right now for mines. Unfortunately, you'll see that I missed one that was close, that I could have saved my life a little bit later.
Dire's middle tower
Getting
is
really
under
close
attack.
to the 2250 mark for the blink dagger, and now's when you really want to start playing careful and playing smart to make sure you don't try to overextend or let them gank you when you're this close to the blink, because the setback now is really not a big deal for the overall game, but it's just a devastating thing when you're this close to it. Just one more camp and I will have the blink dagger and be ready to start ganking with my black hole. Having blink and black hole at sub 8 minutes just can destroy a lane, because they're not going to be expecting you to have blink that fast in most times. So this strategy really is just huge to get your game going well early. And with that creep, I've now got the blink dagger bought, and at 7:01 I had it purchased. And it's really just, it's that easy. Just kind of keep your eyes on the map. Make sure you're keeping your Eidolons alive. Don't let them just die and sit there.
Bottom tower is under
And
attack.
just pay attention to when you can gank early. Make the biggest impact on your team. And we are going to end this video with a bang in 3, 2, 1. And that's me dying to a Techie's bomb that I could have easily destroyed with my Eidolon earlier. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.